Wait, 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 wait. Wait, 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 wait. Boop, 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 boop. Is your stream up? Your stream? Oh, it's codes and then a space and then a dot. And that's why you have studio mode. You're gonna be a real streamer at the end of this. If you knock, you have the responsibility to share chat. Can you take that responsibility upon yourself? I'll go knock you. Oh, I can't knock you. You're unavailable. I guess you turned it off. Knock, knock, knock. I'm invited. And then you need to remember to share the chat after. Like the little collaboration setting, shared chat thingy. Good, good, good. Go eat. It's like being at lecture. You can sit and snack. Wait, can you snack at lectures? Or is that rude? Imagine being the only one who doesn't allow it. You ordered for Jollibee. Babe. She's eating Jollibee. Are you jealous? You're not jealous? You look jealous. A little? A little. You don't know what you ordered? Okay, should I switch us over? Should I switch us over? Are you ready for that in your life? switching us over to stream so they can hear you. Also, I probably need to select the window. There we go.
Rib. What the she walk? Ah.
I should probably.
Wait, did I do it right? Huh? I haven't knocked myself yet, right?
You haven't knocked yourself.
It's just the welcome of VSC. I'm fine.
How does this look?
Why am I looking that way?
Yeah, that looks fine, I think.
Oh?
Whoops.
Oh?
I hit myself.
Alright.
There we go.
Sorry, accidentally flashbang them.
Flush bong.
Flash! Flashing! 触れるよは高みへと夢は夢を越えていく
Okay, and I should run my ad so that people don't get previewy thing.
Yeah, you're still not heard for me, to be fair.
Well, I mean, I'm showing an ad anyway, so.
Okay.
Ad.
Hi, Health. Hi, Octo. Hi, Jim. Bombardino Crocodilo.
Did you say hi up, dog?
Octo.
Octo.
Yes.
I
Hi,
thought-
Mega.
I thought his name was Up Dog.
It's Octo. How you doing, Mega? How you doing, Team Health? I'm Octo. Sorry. Also, thanks for the, what do you call it again? The combo. Combo Wamba. Hi, KitKat. How you doing, KitKat? I'm gonna unmute you. Okay?
I'm unmuted. I'm being confetti celebrated.
Yes, you're unmuted.
Hello.
What are we learning? We're learning programming.
We're becoming programmers.
Oh shit! A raid!
You're getting raided?
Next! Yeah. Hold on.
Wait, why can't I see your...
I'm silencing you again.
Oh, you're not sharing our chat.
Yeah, we haven't shared yet. Hi, Nix! Mama! Hello! Thank you for the raid. Bye-bye, Chim. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the volume. Let me know if it's better, but... Welcome in, raiders! Hello! Hello, everybody! Eee. How was your stream, Nix? I saw that everybody became a poet. Wait. I want to raise you up to Nix. Wait. Let me think of a poem really quickly. Okay, this is just going off my head, right? So I'm not writing it down. So if I fuck up, just ignore it.
I'm not gonna ignore it. I'm gonna clip it.
How dare you? The cold breeze as we stare into the night skies. I look into your eyes and I only... wait, no! Never mind, I can't say it out loud. That makes me cringe. I'm just gonna message it to you. Holy shit, saying it out loud is way different than typing it, huh?
Are you being cringe?
Hey, it's not cringe. I'm only cringing at myself. You'll have a surprise in your DMs later, baby girl. Not everyone became a poet. I was doing puzzle. Puzzle is art. Puzzle is fun.
Don't make me open your stream chat so I can see what's going on.
Oh yeah. Let me. Okay, I'm gonna share. Right. Yeah. Here you go.
Thank you.
Ta-da!
Now I don't feel left out.
Shower well have. Sorry. Thanks again for the raid, pretty.
I'll just go get my
Hello?
water bottle really quickly.
Okay. Series of successful abandoned. Hello, Turby. Hello? I keep getting reminded of that meme, but I don't know the lines to that meme, so I can't like quote it like I usually would. Yeah, Hanabishi Benina Teriyaki? Like it's very much in a question form. Hello?
Hanabishi Benihana Teriyaki.
Okay, rest well, Nix. Thank you so much for
I
the
feel
raid.
like
I
that's
really
from Scary
appreciate it.
Movie.
Yeah. It's from that one meme where it's supposed to be horror, and then they saw the spirit, and then they started saying that shit to sound like they're speaking Japanese.
Mitsubishi Teriyaki.
Yeah, that one.
Teriyaki Samurai. Oh, that's some good water. Do you have water?
I do, and I also have Royal, which is Filipino equivalent of Fanta.
Ah. Can you zoom into? No, you can't. That's a shame.
Hello.
How do I make my terminal bigger?
Hello, guys. How you doing? I know I keep quoting the dumb shit too. I've been quoting like this one meme from Filipino TikTok that has been going viral. It's basically they had a show where it's like people who look like celebrities, right? And then they try to show off like them looking alike for them. I'm like copying them. And this one person copied Edward from Twilight. And how you doing, guys? Yeah, I'm learning how to code. And
Yet to be seen. We'll see.
I keep quoting it like, Bella, what happened, Bella?
Going
Why
to
are you
be making
crying again?
OOP type shits.
I know. Vampire,
Do you
right?
remember I told you what OOP was?
Huh? What's that?
OOP, Object Oriented Programming.
I may have forgotten.
That's what we're going to be doing today.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the follow, Chrono. Out of panic programming, yes.
You're planning to make karma for person. Oh, that's great. I feel like if my car announces where I'm arriving at all times, that would cause me so much anxiety. Okay, I remember. I remember you mentioning this. I don't remember fully, but I remember. I could get fined. Oh, okay. Fair enough. As you should then. I'm having Jollibee Chicken Joy. With Jollibee macaroni soup.
So I should probably see if I can remember what my new file button is.
Let me know if the audio levels are fine, because Chim said it wasn't earlier.
Your levels aren't fine? Me? 1 2 1 2. This is a Wombat to Emmy conversation.
Is the volume fine, or should I make it higher or lower? Hello, Stixon. How you doing?
I just hydrated, Turvy.
Hydrate again.
Okay.
Distorted.
I sound distorted.
How?
Do I sound distorted to you?
Oh, I can hear it. You do sound distorted.
Oh no.
That's just how you always sounded on Discord. So I thought that was just how it is.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, do I sound distorted on my stream?
No, you don't. Like, it's so much more smoother now that I think about it.
Huh?
Yeah, you do.
Huh?
Are you gaslighting me, Chronox? Now I feel like I'm believing.
Do we get heartbeat monitors? I can do that. Sure.
Distorted, like distortion? Grah.
Grah.
Oh god, I'm into the brain. I'm into the brain. I'm telling that truth.
Okay, so
Hello, Bread.
you need to teach me some brain rot because you're a zoomer.
I'm a consumer of brain rot.
So what does it mean when someone says it's type shit?
You know what's funny? I only picked up that vocabulary from Chronox because I usually don't say type shit, and I just started doing it.
What does it mean?
I don't know, like great.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna DM
It's
you.
like when something is cool, like well pies. It's like I can't explain it, but I just know when to use it.
It's vibe based.
I've always been great with picking up like words, even if I don't understand. The more I observe people use it, the more I pick it up. So I can't tell you I can't tell you what it means, but I just know when to use it.
Okay, watch that video and explain to me what he's saying.
Hold on.
Do I know slay? Like defeating?
Slay!
You defeat something?
Oh my god, you're too far behind. Wait, let me try. Is that? Oh, it's.
Also, why is he licking his lips so much?
I don't know. Why are you making me explain it? Like, it's like cool. Oh my god, why are the comments like? Okay, I'm just gonna scroll up again. It's like Yas Queen Slay. It's just, yeah, you know what? That's a better explanation. It's like the bro version of that.
Jesus Christ, I hate that explanation. I hate that I understand it most. It's like if someone tells you an ancient curse and you're like, I get it. You're not supposed to get it. It's supposed to sound mystical.
Maybe the one that's gonna lose their mind today is you.
Yeah. So I'm being paid in brain rot? Is that what we're getting to?
Yeah.
Terrible.
You break my brain, I give you more brain rot. The more the more you break my brain, the more brain rot I'm giving you.
Does my control key not work? Wait, how do you zoom in? Is it control plus? Oh, it's control plus.
Slay! Oh shit.
How does this look? Is it readable?
Right, should I be showing mine too?
It looks readable.
Oh, okay. Wait, let me show mine too. I'm still at the editing evolve. Welcome.
Welcome. Do you have a deep growly voice for when you do your screamo music?
Me?
Yes, you.
Like, oh god, you can't put me on the spot because I can't control my voice really well.
I mean, you're literally watching me put you on the spot.
Fuck. I can't. I'm trying. Are you sure? I can have a deeper voice, but I think like my throat is really strained right now, so it's automatically just going like higher pitched.
I've noticed when I try to speak Tagalog and Bisaya, I also become like a pitch lighter.
Ay, kapag nagtatagalog ako, nagiging pitch lighter nga ako. See?
Yeah, I'm.
No, I actually speak faster.
Me for real, for real.
I hate that I'm Gen Z, but I'm closer to millennials. Hi, Edo. Hello.
Brother, we are pinned here.
Oh, I like this sopas. What is that?
Nothing. I'm just vibing with the boys in chat.
How you doing, Edo? Okay, let's not fly too close to the sun, Chronox. I like using that quote a lot.
Is this coding? Ew.
No, real! I don't know why I'm here. Take me. It's like an inside joke with my friends every time. Okay, I have a friend that went to coding, right? And ever since then, the inside joke has been that she hasn't been taking showers. And she's just fully gone. Like, we genuinely, if you message her, she's gonna reply back like a few days later. She's so deep into that. She's unreachable, bro. We can't talk to her anymore.
They don't shower. Do they use Linux?
I don't know.
Oh, I have a clip. I have a clip I need to show you that you should share with the class.
Oh, stinky.
Stinky.
Okay. Uh-oh. Should I shower?
Can I just say that I love that if you search on YouTube Stallman eating from his foot, this is the first clip that shows up.
Uh-huh.
So this is one of the leading icons in open source, what do you call it? Evangelism, open source evangelism. You should probably share the clip with the class. It's a very famous clip.
Okay. Wait. I will watch it before I share it. Wait, is this literally eating from food? I don't want to share that. I don't want to watch that actually.
I like he just takes his sock off and just casually picks his foot and eats it.
I know! Why is he doing that? Brad is asking a question.
Yeah, sorry. Go for it. You're guilty with Linux. Why do people shit on Linux so much? Because most of the people that try to talk about Linux don't shower. If we had more people that went to the gym and smelled nice and used Linux, it wouldn't be so unpopular. More people should use Miley Cyrus Linux. Did you know that's a real distro?
What? Miley Cyrus?
Yeah, let me find it for you.
Cyrus.
Oh, sorry, it's called Hannah Montana Linux. I was a little off.
Oh, Hannah Montana. Okay, Hannah Montana Linux.
Yeah, that's a real distro.
Whoa. What do you mean versus code stream?
It's Visual Studio Code.
What the fuckers?
People call it VS Code. They call it VSC. They call it Visual Studio wrongly. They call it Visual Studio Code.
Also, welcome, Minaru.
If you want to start a really funny argument, you should ask chat whether or not VS Code is an editor or an IDE.
I don't know half of those words.
And just watch people go at each other's throats.
Oh, VS Code. Oh, I read it as versus. That's why I got confused.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay, I just want to say so far it's the correct answer.
Okay.
But I don't care about arguing it.
I think you missed it, but Arrow asked, "What do you think about gender?"
No. It's a good hill to die on. I would die there with you. It's a very comfy hill. The grass is nice. I think so. The reason why people say IDE is because they just get used to saying it for every single thing they use for coding. I had a junior almost call his fucking Git whatever thingy, his Git viewer, an IDE on accident. Because it was some kind of graphical interface that he used while he coded. Yeah. I don't know which one he was using. I think it was like Git Kraken or something. I don't know. I don't use graphical stuff for Git anyway.
A lot.
Hello, Mrs. Kimbo.
You missed question. They were asking, what do you think about gender school?
What do I think about?
Yeah, what do you think? Hello.
I like it for what it delivers. I feel like if I was a smarter person, I would be using what's it called? Space something?
Hi, Hiro. What space something?
Is
everyone
something.
I'm close to a CS major?
Is HTML a coding language? So on a technicality, you could say yes, because it has the script tag, and what you put in the script tag is part of the HTML standard. But strictly speaking, I wouldn't say so. CSS is Turing complete these days.
Guys, my mic fell off the mic stand.
Like CSS 3 is Turing complete. Isn't that a crazy thought? Yeah, no, I know. It's hypertext markup. So in that, it's not a programming language. It is a coding language because you're writing code. It's not a programming language, is what I think you meant to say. So are you just about ready to begin your life?
No, don't curse me. Okay, I am.
Okay. So
no. Sorry.
I'm going to start with a really simple question, both for you and for chat. Didn't know people would know the difference between coding and programming. I do have a degree, you know. Oh yeah, should I introduce myself?
Yes.
Hi, I'm a lead developer in a big corporate software consultancy company. I work on really big government projects and like private industry stuff like banks and insurance. Woo, that's me. Lately, I've been making phone apps for the government. We have like a environment something and they go out to like the farmers and scan their pesticides, and then it shows on the app whether or not they're
Ooh.
legal.
Damn. What?
Yeah, I developed that. And then lately, I've been a part of a big project to mash together ComSci. Yeah. Now we have a dedicated cybersec guy. He actually used to be ex-military cybersec. Yeah, we actually have a surprising amount of veterans in the company I work at. They're just really good at consultancy. Anyway, that's me. Hi. I used to have my own company. Yeah, we do take interns. We have offices around the world, and I can help get you set up if you want. I don't mind. I don't mind writing HR if you're serious about it.
Damn.
Can I be your sensei? That's kind of the point of these streams, I think, right? I also
Nice. I'm double degree now.
I also used to mentor for ComSci students that were struggling with the programming part, because a lot of ComSci students, for some reason, have never programmed before, but they are really smart at the theoretical parts. Like they'll know the cyclomatic complexity of an algorithm by just looking at it, but they will suck at programming it. And I've actually run into that at my job, where you get fresh ComSci students that are actually really bad at coding, but they know a lot about how code should be made. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like for real,
the process, but not how to do it.
yeah. But so you can think about it like this, right? Like, you probably have an idea of how you should make a car, right? It should have an engine. It should have a good engine. It should not consume too much gas, stuff like that, right? But I don't think you know how to build an engine that does that. Like, you know what the engine should do and why it should do it. That's kind of like when you're a really theoretical ComSci student and you get into, like, for some ComSci students, it's more important to prove whether or not a program can be made theoretically than actually practically being able to make it. For some projects, like for some exams that we had, it was enough that you could prove that the program could be made. Like, you can prove that with math. And then whether or not you could actually make it wasn't important. As for vibe coding, so I think I have a very middle stance on that. You should use generative AI as an assistant tool. It shouldn't code for you. I've seen what it spits out. I have a junior programmer under me that I'm right now, pissing in his coffee cup whenever I go over to his desk and he's vibe coded something. I can actually see on the code if it's something he has vibe coded. That's how visible it is. Especially because his comments will suddenly be spelled correctly. That's a dead giveaway. Because programmers can't spell, in my experience. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of it when you use it to code for you. I'm a real big fan of it when you use it as an assistant tool. You can totally ask it to, like, wait, that's true? Yeah, people use it in real life. We have, I think one of the apps we have was almost entirely vibe coded, and it's dog shit architecture. I can't find my head around it because it's so illogically made. It's just like a mishmash of what a good idea of each part would be without, like, thinking of the whole, So don't let AI code for you. Use it as an assistant, like you would autocomplete. Anyway, any other questions? Because otherwise, I have a very profound question for you, Emmy. Are you ready?
Oh God, I was just silently eating here. Okay.
What is programming to you? If you were to learn programming, what does that mean?
Mhm.
Learning programming.
Well, for me, if I just learn, it'll just be like another thing to add into like my entire jack of all trades, master of none thing I've been doing for a while. Cause I just like picking up a lot of stuff to try out and see if I'll end up like enjoying it or like lasting through it. Cause personally, right, I've never really put a lot of time onto anything that's not really in the arts or like in the social uh what's the word again? Shit, I forgot. Um, I'll just skip that. I forgot the word. but uh, it's something that you'd see a lot, right? Like before I got into college, it was something that was cool until like with the digital age where everything's getting shit on. It was one of the things that would constantly get shit on. So it became not very cool in my eyes anymore. But I think that's all I can say, man.
Mm. Um,
Sorry, I'm not even.
so I once heard a really smart man say that in essence, programming is just taking some kind of input, transforming
Yeah.
it, and then getting some kind of output. And that's what the focus should always be on. And if you look right down at the hardware level, that's also just what you're doing with logic gates. So I think in a lot of ways that should be your entry point into programming, is focusing on taking some kind of input, doing some kind of transformation to it, and then getting some kind of output. And that's about it.
Mm.
And then you don't need to complicate it anymore. Everything else you put on it around that should be in the spirit of achieving that goal.
Mm.
And that's what we're going to be learning today. So, Emmy, you had a what language are we introducing to Emmy? So we are starting with C sharp, just so that we get started with a language that makes a little sense. And then we are going to, because you talked about that you did want to learn how to make a website, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
once we've done a bit of C sharp, I think what you had in mind was a Tamagotchi, right?
Yes.
So we'll be doing like a C sharp terminal based Tamagotchi, and then we'll
Mm.
move over to making a website at some point.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very nervous.
No, you're fine. So do you have your terminal opened?
Yes.
First of all, maybe we should start with you can make a new file, next to the open folder you're in.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a new file button. You can make a new file.
Mm-hmm. New file. File.
Should I send you a quick screenshot? Chat, yell at her, help her.
Guys, it's not going well already. Folder shortcut. Database image. Word document. Database. Text document. Worksheet. Not saying a file.
Help her, chat. The button is right here, next to.
Looking at your stream. I'm not gonna make myself suffer. Oh, over there. I was looking at somewhere else. Sorry.
Okay.
That's why I was so confused. There you go. Guys, I'm not that dumb. Please. I don't wanna. Fine. Wait. Okay. Wait, guys. Wait. Wait.
Apparently you're a little loud, so I'm gonna turn you down.
There you go. Is that better?
There. Okay. So I know you can find it, Emmy. I believe in you. Yeah. You can't see half the overlay? Wait, what are you showing on your stream? What are you showing on your stream?
I found it since earlier.
Okay. So in this new document, in this new document that we have opened, you know what I'm going to ask you to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to write down what this Tamagotchi needs to be able to do. So that we have a plan to go from. Because the first thing you do is you take a big, like a big project or like a big goal, and you cut it into smaller pieces, and then you keep cutting it into smaller pieces until you have a single task you can complete. That's like project management 101. So like the big goal would be, something like, make Tamagotchi, right? ADHD handling 101? Yeah, that's basically what we're doing here. So what does a Tamagotchi need? Did you say poo?
No, I said food. Sorry.
Oh, food. Right? So it needs to be able to... so that means it needs to be able to get hungry, right? It needs to be able to eat. It needs to... should it have different kinds of food? Emmy's kind of soft on my side. It's so hard. Okay, try again.
Sorry?
Oh, that's so loud. It's like you're either hitting the red or you're like under yellow. Why can't you just be perfect?
Wow. Okay. Let's see how it is.
So, get hungry. It needs to eat. Should it have different kinds of food?
Okay. I mean.
Yeah. Different kinds of food. Like you can feed it a banana. You can feed it a burger. You know? Yeah.
My favorite food.
What else should it be able to do?
If it feeds, it needs to shit.
Okay, so it needs to poo. Yeah. And it needs to poo after eating. So it doesn't just poo on its own, right? It needs to first eat. And then after it has eaten, it should then poo. Happiness level is what I'm getting from chat. Oh, you need to clean the poo, right? So clean the poo. Happiness level. So they're saying happiness level. So it can become happy.
Okay.
All right. Anything else? Is this inheritance? No, I'm not. This is not inheritance. Resting?
It's to rest.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Yeah, resting. So that means it needs to be able to get tired. Sad is sad if you don't play with it. Okay, so happiness level. Sad if you don't play with it. There's a joke there I'm not gonna say. So that also means you should be able to play with it. We making a game? No, we're making a Tamagotchi. Is that a game? It's a type of game, I guess. Sorry. No, I mean, if you get it, you get it. But I'm not going to say it. No. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Well, all I'm saying is I get sad if my wifey doesn't play with it. and then I go take a rest. So I feel like this is a good list to start with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we have a list to go from. I can send you what I wrote, since I don't know if you were actually writing along with me.
I wrote. Maybe I should send you what I wrote.
I'm actually, yeah, okay. I want to see what you put down. That's what I put down.
Oh, I just took.
Tamagotchi, hunger, eat different food, poo after eat, clean poo, happy level. I like how you have like poo after eat, clean poo. That sounds like a good day at the office.
Oh, sorry. I almost dropped my. Spilled my drink. I type like that because I take notes like that in class. I like to take short notes
Mm-hmm.
because it's easier to like. The funnier it is, the more it's gonna last in your brain. That's how yeah, it's straightforward. Yeah, it's straightforward. Yeah, I don't like I like having the long stuff as a way to read. I don't like writing it down. Basically, uh,
Sige.
that's just my habit when I learn.
Sige day.
Sige, okay.
Okay, long. So what we're gonna do now is you go down to your terminal.
Mm,
And then we need to make what's called a console application.
how do I pop up that thing below?
If you don't remember the shortcut for it, you can press Control-Shift-P to open the palette. And then I think it's called Create New Terminal.
Ah, okay. There you go.
Then we do .NET, which is the what's it called? It's the SDK that we're using for this. We're using the .NET SDK. Yeah. You remember you downloaded and installed .NET 9?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing .NET, and then it's -- and then it's help.
Oh.
If I remember correctly. Yes. So a good way whenever you're dealing with a CLI is to always hit up the help command, and it gives you a really good, if it's made well at least, usually gives you most of what you need to get started. So down here where it says usage, you get to see how you build your command. So you start with .NET, then you can do, so when it's the square brackets, that means you have the option to. So you can do an SDK option, then a command option, and then some arguments. And it's not the kind that your parents had when you were a child and locked in your room. An argument is simply something you give a program to run.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Kimbo, thanks so much for stopping by. Which .NET do I have? So we're using .NET 9 for this, I believe. I actually forget which one I have. Yeah, 9. 9. So a thing you can do in the terminal if you want to run a previous command is to press the arrow up key. It makes you go through commands you've previously run.
Oh.
So you don't have to type them out again. So what we want to do is make a new project, right?
Uh-huh.
So we are going to look for a command that looks like something we can use to make a new project. Does anything spring out to you?
Wait. Build.
Build? So let's see what that says. That says build a .NET project. So that means we already need to have a project that we can build.
Oh.
Add,
Many
someone is
ways, hold
saying. So
on.
this says add a package or reference to a .NET project. So again, we already need a .NET project for this command to be helpful.
A new, there we go.
Yeah, so new, create a new .NET project. So let's try that. So we do .NET, and then this is the command, right? So up here we said .NET command, and then we can give it some arguments. And sorry, the SDK options, right? So what we're going to give it again is the help. Whoops. .NET new help. I know what I'm doing. There we go. So now we get the documentation for new, or at least some of it. What would you do if our warheads touched? Jesus Christ.
Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So then you can see it says template short name, template args options for the usage.
Uh-huh.
And then if we go down and read, it says template short name is a short name of the template to create.
Template short name. Okay.
Under arguments here, right?
Yeah.
So if we go down here, there is a list command. And if we read that, it says lists templates containing the specified template name. If no name is specified, lists them all. So we can try .NET new list. And that gives us a list of the templates we can use to create our project. If we wanted a new template, we could write one ourselves, or we could download one from the store. There's a store you can download templates from. So since we're making a console application, are any of these jumping out at you as something that would be helpful for us?
Console. Console app.
Mm-hmm. So we need the short name for it. Right?
Console.
Yeah. So then we do .NET new console.
Console.
And just like that, we're in business.
Ooh.
So I didn't give it any arguments for what name it should be. So it just names itself what the folder I'm in is. And I called mine ME Hello World. So let's see what it created for us. So it created a program.cs file.
Uh-huh.
So this is the entry point into our application. When the computer, so you remember how I told you about how your computer doesn't actually, I don't want to sign in. Your computer doesn't actually run the human readable code that we're writing, right?
Yeah.
It compiles it into something that it can then run. In this case, some other SDKs or environments or whatever use what's it called, interpreters. So they actually do read the human readable stuff, but not super important right now. For this case, it builds it.
Mm-hmm.
So that means for us that when we've built our program into an executable, on Windows it's called an executable, and then your computer runs that executable, it needs to be told where to start. And where it starts is in program.cs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if I made 100 files in this project, just wrote a bunch of code in them, they would never get run unless I referenced them in program.cs somehow. Unless I did some reflection fuckery, but I'm not going to do that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. I'm processing.
All right. How's the processing going?
It's going good. I think I'm getting it.
All right. So the way that it works is very simply, the computer starts at the very topmost line, and then it just works its way down and does what it's told. Each line here is called a statement. So it runs a statement at a time. .NET/ huh? I think I'm getting hacked in chat. So you can see it already did a statement for us, which is console dot right line, then parentheses, then semicolon or colon, I think it's called. And then it says hello world, and then colon again, parentheses, and then a semicolon. What are these called again? I forget what this, the two apostrophe, and then semicolon at the end. So in the language we're using, you need to end every statement with a semicolon.
Oh, wait, that's quotation marks. Sorry.
Quotation marks. Thank you.
My bad.
And this simply tells the computer that this is the end of a statement, right? You've read the entire statement. The first part here, where it says console, that's called a class. And you can kind of think of a class as, you know, a dog, a car, a person. And, you know, people have attributes. Those are called the fields. Like a person has usually 2 arms. On average, they would have less than 2 arms, but let's not discuss that. A car would maybe have 4 wheels. A dog could have a breed, you know. That's data about the thing. And then it has stuff that it can do. Those are called methods. Like a dog could bark is usually an example you're given at university. In this case, the console object or class has the right line method. And we are giving it the hello world argument for its right line method. You should be able to. I don't know if you installed the what's it called again? The C# dev kit.
I did. You made me.
Oh, good. So in that case,
I can see the little pop-up thing.
Exactly. So you should also be able to get it if you press Control Space.
Control Space?
Or is it Control Shift Space? It's Control Shift Space.
What am I trying to get?
Control Shift Space. Then it should say here something like void console.writeLine string nullable string value.
Blah, blah, blah.
Right?
Wait. Right console, right string value.
You see this? Does she get this window? If she does, Control Shift Space on the line, you need to do it on the second line. So you're on line 2.
Yeah.
And then you do Control Shift Space.
Control Shift Space.
What do you get?
I do not see it.
You do not get it? You might have to close the program.cs and did you get it?
Hold on. No, I did not. I thought I had it. Because I already had the other thing. I guess I didn't get that one.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Sorry.
No. That's fine. It's just very nice to have it.
Okay, where do
So you click down here where it says extensions, and then you get the C# dev kit that gives you pretty much all of the stuff you need.
Dev. See, I already have it. It says disable or uninstall. So I already have it.
Then you can try to open and close the file. That sometimes works.
Open. Okay. I'll close it.
Mm-hmm.
And I open it again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Control Shift Space.
While
I'm
you're
still not seeing that you're
while
seeing.
you're on the second line.
I
Oh,
am.
and you need to be in the parentheses. Sorry.
Okay. Control Shift Space. Ah, there we go.
Yeah. So that tells you, it helps you tell you what you can put in that method. So in this case, you can see, since it's already been filled out, you can see it's a nullable string. That's what the question mark means afterwards. And then some kind of value. And in this case, the value is hello world. So we're putting hello world into the right line method, which is a method on the console class. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't already have it built, you can go to your terminal. And then you should be able to just write .NET run.
.NET run.
And then it should run whichever project file is in the folder that you're running it from.
Why does it say restore? Oh.
Yeah, so the reason why it says restore.
Ah, there we go. Hello world.
Yeah. So all this, and you can see after that, it gives you control back to the terminal. That's because once a program is done running, it closes down.
Okay.
So since there's only one line or one statement in this program that does anything, as soon as that has run, the thing closes down. It's got no more to do. We're exiting. All went good. Return 0. Right? Cool. So now let's try and put up some of the skeleton for our application to make your Tamagotchi a reality. The difference between EmiStream and MyStream is so big.
What's the difference? What's the difference? What did I do? What?
Are they being mean to you? Oh, Wombat sounds louder.
Hey, I asked you guys if it's fine or not, and nobody said anything, so I assumed it's fine.
Sabog. She keeps getting lower.
Oh yeah, because your mic is I told you there's a little distortion. That's why it kind of sounds sabog. Like if they come on your stream, your voice sounds smooth.
Smooth.
Yeah. But like there's a little distortion on your voice. Is that? Excuse me.
I'm blumping.
Sorry.
So let's start by making a new file.
Okay.
And then let's this be our Tamagotchi, right? So let's call this file Tamagotchi, and then we call it .cs or C#, because it's a C# file.
Okay.
All right. Now, a thing you can do to help yourself out is use I think you have snippets, right? Yeah. Okay. So if you just write CL.
Where?
In the new file you've made.
Okay, CL.
Do you get some drop downs? So the first one up here, that's a keyword. So that icon means this is a keyword. And if you press tab, it autocompletes it for you.
Okay.
All right. So delete it all again and write CL for me.
CL.
Now you see the thing under it that also says class, but it's like a piece of paper that torn at the bottom.
Yep.
That's called a snippet. And snippets are really nice It's basically boilerplate code that you just have to write to make stuff work. And it's boring to write, so people make snippets for it. It's basically like a toolbox of copy pastes.
Okay.
So if you can press the up and down arrow to pick, and then you go down to the snippet, and then you press tab. And the program is so smart that it already named your class what you called the file. Okay.
Yeah.
So what else do we have on our list, right? So let's start by implementing the food. So we need food. So we're going to make a new file. So a thing that's a really good exercise is to not make everything in the same file. Have one file. Is some systems, you even cut it down to what's called unit of work. That means one file only does one thing. We're not going to do this in this case, but in our case, it makes sense for us to break down each thing into its own system and into its own thing. And in this case, the Tamagotchi is a thing. It's going to hold some data. And then food is a thing. It's going to hold some data. And then we can make a food system, or what's called a controller, that then does the stuff for the food.
Okay.
That means we can pass the food around between systems. And if we want a code change to how the food works, we do it in the controller, not in the food, so that other places that depend on the food doesn't also have to be updated.
Okay.
That's the good idea about breaking things apart.
Okay.
So we're going to make a new file. I'm going to call it food.cs. And then what do you think we do now?
Same as earlier.
And what was that?
Class.
And how did we do that?
Snippet 1.
Yep.
CL. Go down and then tab.
There you go. So how do you want? So how do you want the food to work?
What do you mean by that?
So should we do some, like, you wanted different types of food, right?
Yeah.
So that means you need something like a food type, or in this case, I would avoid using the name type, because that's already a thing, what's usually called a keyword in this language. So if you start naming your variables type and a different programmer sees it, they're going to expect this variable to hold a very specific thing. So we should not call it food type. We should call it something like food title. What's the title of the food? Like spaghetti. That's a title of a food. Right?
Okay.
So what we are going to start doing is another snippet. Actually, no. Let's start doing the boring thing first, and then show you why they invented the other thing. How does that sound?
Okay.
So first, you're gonna write private.
Private. Oh, wait.
On line 3.
Okay, that would have been good to see earlier. Private.
So
I tap
what?
it?
No, yeah, you can just start writing like pry or priv, and then tap to autocomplete. Basically, tap completes whatever you have selected in that dropdown.
Oh, okay.
So what this is called is a access modifier. So that means the variable we're about to make is only accessible from within those two brackets you see there on line 2 and 4. If we are outside those two brackets, this variable basically doesn't exist. Like the data is still there, but stuff can't access it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Uh-huh.
So you can kind of think of it like if the class food is a house, then the private variable we're about to make is a hikikomori, and they don't go outside.
What's a hikikomori?
It's the Japanese men that stay at home and watch anime and never go outside.
Okay.
And then their parents rent them a girlfriend to force them to go out on a date.
Okay.
So next we put in the type of data that we want to save here. You remember very, very early when we talked about what memory is? We have types to help tell the computer where it should start from, how much memory it should allocate, and how it should interpret the bits in that memory. So that's what we're about to tell it now. What do you feel like the name or the title of a food is? What type of data is that? Is it a number? Like spaghetti, is that a number?
No.
No. What is it? What do you think it is?
Huh?
If I told you to write down spaghetti,
yeah.
and someone asked you what is that you just wrote down? Is it a number? Is it a piece of text? What is it?
It's a text.
It's a text, right?
Yeah.
So text in C# is called a string because it's a string of characters.
Yeah.
String. With a tiny s, small s, lowercase s.
String.
So now we are making a string. We're telling the computer, I want you to allocate for me a string, and I want you to make it so that it cannot leave the brackets that I have created here, right?
Okay.
Now comes one of the two hard problems in programming. The first hard problem is off by 1, and the second hard problem is naming. So what should we call our variable so that it is meaningful? I already kind of said it earlier.
What do you mean by meaningful?
So if you were a complete stranger looking at your code, and you needed to find the place where you store the name of the food or the title of the food, what would you look for?
The pantry.
You would probably look for the title, right?
Sorry, you just had to say that. Okay, yeah.
So for private local strings, the naming convention in C#, I mean, we can make a pantry later and put food in it. That's fine. So
right, Aru.
For a private local string, the naming convention for variables usually is all the lowercase. So you start with a lowercase, and then it's called camel casing, basically. If you're really old school, you also put a underscore in front. But that's like if you're really old. We're not.
Old.
And then do you remember what you do after that? To tell it that here is where this ends, you know? How do you end the line, basically?
Okay.
How do you do that? Do you remember?
Sorry, could you repeat that? I had an alert. What? Come back?
Yeah. How do you end the line?
How do I end the line? The brackets? What? Dot? A dot?
Semicolon.
Oh, sorry. Okay, fair.
Yeah. So a thing you
Oh,
can
my
do
poop. Uh-huh.
is if you go up to File,
Okay. File.
and then you go down to Autosave and make sure that's checked,
Yep, it's checked.
then you won't have to forget to save. Ta-da!
Yummers.
What?
Yummers.
Did you say yummers?
I say yummers when good things happen.
Okay. So what else should food have for it to be meaningful in the context we need it in?
Energy?
Energy, okay. So let's make another private in this case. So we have a private. Now energy, what is that more? Is energy a piece of text?
Private. Oh, private. Sorry. I was doing the thing you said. Should energy be what?
Energy, is that a piece of text? I'm basically forcing you to try and think about how you want to store your data.
Oh.
I don't need to emphasize that, Brad. She'll. It's a good part to have things break and not figure out why. It's a learning experience. The expert is the one who has made all the mistakes, you know? So why would it be a bad idea to save the energy as a piece of text?
Uh-huh.
Why would it be a bad idea is what I'm asking.
No.
So if I told you to interpret a piece of text that said 100,
Okay.
that means you would have to make the computer start converting your text into something that's meaningful as a number so you can do math with it, right?
Uh-huh.
In this case, that's not really what we want, right? We want to use the
Okay.
energy to maybe make like how fed our Tamagotchi is go up and down, you know?
Uh-huh.
We want to do math on it. So it's way more meaningful for us to store it as numbers. And when it comes to storing numbers, we eat good in the computer world. We have a lot of different ways to store numbers. It's almost like that's what the computer is made for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One second.
Okay.
So for this case, just to keep it simple, we're just going to use whole numbers, so no fractionals. And
Okay.
we're not going to focus on whether or not it's assigned integer. We're going to use a signed integer. We're not going to think about, if it's signed or not. That's not the focus here. So integer, which is what whole number means. Integer is a very fancy word for whole number.
Yep.
It's just int.
Int.
And then you said energy. Some people would call it calories, but we can call it energy.
Okay, energy.
All right. Is there anything else our food should be able to have? Like, does it taste good? We can always do that later,
Okay.
Right? Well, that's the good thing about this.
Yeah,
we can do it in tiny bits.
Okay.
So now we need to put some values in this. If I go back to my program, so my program.cs,
okay.
and then I say um, you know, food, right? So that's the class we just made. So we basically made a new type on the computer. We told the computer, I need to save these variables somewhere. It's called a compound type, right? Or a complex type.
Mm-hmm.
And you have several built-in types inside of that. So we told it, I need a place on the computer where you have room for a string and an int. Give me that. So that's what I'm doing here when I'm saying food. I'm saying, give me room for this, right?
Okay.
And then what should we call our test food variable here? Should we try and make an apple, maybe? Do we like apples?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Let's make a spaghetti, right? So we have a food that we call spaghetti. And if I end the line here, if I do a semicolon, I actually haven't put food into here yet. I've just told the computer, give me room to have food in my spaghetti variable.
Uh-huh.
So it's actually a completely different statement to then put what's called an instance, right? So right now, this is just a recipe for making this class. And here on line 3, we're telling the computer, give me room to store a food. But we haven't actually stored a food yet. So we need to make the instance of food. So let's make an instance of food. So I take my spaghetti.
Great work, Brady.
I do a space. And then this is the assignment operator. It's actually not equals. Equals is something else. So this is called assignment. So we assign something to what's on the left side. We assign what's on the right side to what's on the left side. And we do a new, right? So the new keyword tells the computer, I have this class. Oh, you're such a cutie. One second.
New.
So new keyword tells the computer, I'm going to give you a complex type, and I want you to create a new one of that type.
Okay.
In this case, we're making food.
Yeah.
And then you just do parentheses and you don't think about why you do that. And then we end it with a semicolon. So now we've made a new food and put that in spaghetti. Why do you guys want me tiny? Are you like giantist fetishists? You want me tiny so you can put me in your hot pocket?
Huh.
Hey, yo. So now in spaghetti, Miss Ma'am.
Yes.
Uh,
Spaghetti.
so to kind of what you can call do a stretchy. So now we have told the computer, make room for a food with the variable name spaghetti. So spaghetti is a local variable that can contain a food. We have put an instance of food by saying new into spaghetti. And now we want to put some data into spaghetti, right?
Yes.
Like giving it the title spaghetti. So if I do a dot, that's how you, I don't want to say interrogate, but it's basically how you go into a class and get its things. There's different things for it. In C, there's a difference of whether or not it's, you're dereferencing something. In C sharp,
Mhm.
whether or not you're dereferencing or whatever, it's always just a dot. They do it, it handles it for you. So you do a dot, and then if we try and write title, you will notice it starts yelling at us. You get this?
That title. Food title is inaccessible due to protection levels.
And why is that?
It's in the brackets.
Yeah, so the private here only exists inside food, not outside of it. Here we are outside of it. This is like the public is asking you to come out of your house so they can put stuff in you, because that's what the public likes to do. And you're not allowed to come out of the house because you are private.
Okay.
So we need some way of putting data into our private string here. So let's create a method to put data into it. Okay?
Oh.
So our method, let's do
Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that.
string. So when you do a method, I should probably start by going public, right? So in difference to private, public makes it so you are allowed to use it outside of the class context. So we can use this outside of these brackets.
Public.
And then we do void. So void means that this method we're doing doesn't return anything. You remember earlier I said most of it, what it's about is you input something, you transform it, and then you output something. In this case, you're actually not outputting anything. That's called void.
Okay.
So we do public, void, and then we need a name for it. What should we call our method? The method to set the title.
Cartwheel.
Cartwheel?
Did I stutter?
I mean, while I do really appreciate the energy, I think the name for the method to set the title could be perhaps set title.
Cartwheel. Sit title. Fine. Sit title. I put sit title.
Wait, I'm getting followers? Holy shit, I'm getting followers. Follow age. Okay, so here's one of the things, Brad. If these programming streams go better, I'm planning to do a bot that we code on stream in the future.
Yums.
Yummers.
Yeah, see, you're learning it. Yummers.
Can you join? Sure.
Ikaw pa rin ang pipiliin ko.
All right. So then we do a parenthesis start. So what this is called is the parameter list. So this is a list of the stuff that we can put into this method, kind of like WriteLine, you know? We need to tell it ahead of time what it can expect to be given. And since title is a string, it's a very good chance what you use to set the title is also a string.
Okay.
So we write string, and then we need to name the parameter, which usually what I like to do in like a method that sets some kind of value is distinguish what is the new value. So I would call this new title, because this, this parameter is going to become the new title. Right?
Okay.
Then we do curly brackets. You know how to do those?
I'm looking for it. Oh yeah, I see it. Hold on. Curly bracket. Uh-huh.
And then if you press enter, you can see my copilot is already guessing what I want to write.
Yeah.
Then we need to assign the new title to our title string.
Mm-hmm.
So we do title,
Yeah.
and then assignment,
Hello.
and then our parameter new title, and then semicolon.
Yep.
All right. And just to do a bit of cleanup, what you can do is Control Shift P,
Control Shift P.
and then you can search for format,
Format.
and then there's one called format document.
Format document. Uh-huh.
If you press that, it makes it pretty.
Nothing changed.
That's because you already had it correctly. But for me, it moved the brackets a bit for me.
Okay.
That's a good idea to do once in a while, is format your thing. Always use some kind of linter. Remember to have rules set so that your entire team codes in pretty much the same way. The goal is that you can't tell the difference of who has coded what.
Oh.
Like that's when you have a good linting and like code quality thing going.
Okay.
Because that means everything looks the same. And that makes it easier to read.
Mm-hmm,
Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. So now if we go back to our program.cs,
Program.cs.
we can use our new
Uh-huh.
set title method.
Set title.
And then we can give it the string. So the way that you do a string literal is the I forget what it's called again. The thingies. What's it called? Is commenting a good habit to have? Yes and no. The bad thing about comments is that they can be misleading. So let's say that I have my set title thing here, and let's say that ages ago there was actually something else going on line 5, but you still have a comment that says, transforms the energy. That's misvisende. What's misrepresenting what the following line is doing. So all of a sudden, updating your comments becomes part of refactoring. So usually I like to say where comments are good is as just an overall documentation of a class. So in don't when in doubt comment away. You shouldn't, if you feel like you start to need to comment too much in the code you're writing, it's probably a sign that you should break it out into smaller parts that are more understandable. What you should triple comment, so with C# you can triple comment, is stuff like your methods and give a short summary of what the method does. so that when you go to look at it, you get a description that then says set the title. And you can do the same thing on a class. And you can also do, references to other classes and stuff. But so if I look at this now, I get to see this whole information about the food for the Tamagotchi. If I need to start and comment down here what's actually happening, it's probably too complex. Right. That was just an aside. I'm back, Emmy.
You've lost me.
Okay. No. You didn't have to listen. It's fine. So the way that we do a string literal, so, if we have an int and we want to put the number 1 in it, we just write 1. When you do a string, okay, that's when you do the thingy things. What are they called again? The Gosoin, where it says hello world.
Quotation marks.
Quotation marks, thank you. I keep forgetting what those are called. And then we can write spaghetti. So now the title of this food is spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
So now let's try and print out.
It is done. This is it.
So now let's try and print out what the title of our food is. So let's do console.
Console.
Is where I know how to.
Right
line.
Right line.
And then spaghetti. And then we want to get the title of spaghetti. But again, we're not allowed because it's private. So we need to make a new method. Right?
Okay.
So what should we call the method that gets the title?
Grabby.
Grabby title?
Yep. Fine.
All right. No. We can do grabby title. That's fine. So public, and this one actually returns something. So public string. You can just put it under the other method you made in your food class. Yeah, okay. I would also do get title, but we're doing grabby title. Is that what a B or a P?
Grabby, B-B-Y, grab.
Grabby title. And then you just do empty parameters because you don't input anything to grab the title. You just do it.
Okay.
Just do it.
Just do it.
And then to make something return something, the keyword is return. And we want to return the title. From up here on line 6. Well, 6 for me.
Yeah.
So let me just do a quick format. And now if I jump back to my program file, I can write get title.
You mean grabby?
Oh, right.
Grabby.
And if I jump down to my terminal and do .NET run.
Wait.
I get hello world spaghetti.
Hi, Dev. I did not get that. What did I do wrong? I see what I went wrong. Again. Why is it warning me?
So warnings are fine. You can always ignore warnings.
Okay.
How did the .NET new command look? .NET new console.
Hello world. Spaghetti.
Oh, she forgot to
I didn't know
semicolon?
I didn't know I had to in the food spaghetti bit.
Spaghetti. So now it says hello world spaghetti for you as well?
Yes.
Excellent. So what if I told you there's a way easier way to manipulate the data in a class and set and get?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to teach you
What
about the property.
the what now?
The property.
Property? Okay.
So we go up here above where we had the private string title.
Aru is not okay. Where I go?
Above
Go where?
title, the line that says private string title in food.cs.
Private string okay.
Then you write prop, kind of like prop hunt.
Prop.
And then you pick the first snippet that just says prop and press tab.
Uh-huh.
Now you can see that it has selected where it says int and my property. That's because you can write here. So for the first part, for the type, you want to write string. Just start writing string.
String.
And then you press tab.
Okay.
And then you press tab. Then it jumps to the second part where it says my property.
Uh-huh.
And then we call it title with a big T because that's the naming convention for properties.
It smolded me.
And it fucked me. There we go. All right.
It made mine small.
Yeah, because you press tab. It's fine.
Oh.
I hate when it makes mine small, you know? It's just sometimes the computer thinks it has some good suggestions, but they're not actually that good.
Okay.
So you see in the parentheses of this thing, it's kind of like a mix of the backing field. That's what our private string is here. And the two methods we made to get and set. It's kind of like a mix of all those three into one easy line. So that's what the get and the set means in the parentheses.
Get, set, go.
So that makes title act like both a field and a method that sets and a method that gets.
H2O, thank you. Thank you.
So let's try and delete the private string title and the two methods we made and use the property instead.
Private string title and then
delete the two methods we made to grabby and setty.
Which is the public one, right? I'm just gonna look in your stream. Okay. Director singer spring, it's true. Okay.
So now we can just here, because this kind of adds like a field that we can assign to, we can say title. We don't need the parentheses. And we can use assignment, and it uses this set part.
Spaghetti, the title equals assignment. What you want is right.
Underneath it actually is a set method, but it just gives us the assignment way of doing it instead of needing a method. So it's a lot cleaner looking. Same thing with when we get it, we don't need to have a method, we just do title again. That's it, like you were using a field. Now, with these two changes, try and run again, and you should get spaghetti.
Oops. Damn frontier. .net. Doing this for us. Love you. Warning. There you go. Spaghetti.
So in this case, let's change energy to also be a property.
Okay.
So it was an int. It was called energy. And there we go.
Int energy.
Mm-hmm.
Get set. Wait. Get set. There you go.
So now let's try and set some energy on our food. So how much energy should spaghetti give?
5.
5.
5.
So we have
5.
spaghetti dot energy assignment 5 semicolon. Now there is 5 in our field energy. Well, property in this case, but there's a backing field, trust me.
That energy was 5.
All right.
Okay.
Let's try and print out how much energy there is in the spaghetti.
Okay. 175.
So you'll notice in this case, that right line actually doesn't complain about energy being a number. And this because it has something called automatic conversions for some things. It's able to do what's called toString on a few things that are very well defined. One of those is an int. It knows how to turn an int into a string. Yeah, I'm noticing she's dozing off. Don't worry.
I'm sorry, man. I actually had classes earlier.
Okay? No, it's fine.
I'm still focused. I'm just tired.
No, I know. We're done soon. Don't worry. I know it's hard to focus that long in one go.
No, it's easier for me to focus if I can see what's happening.
Yeah. So I'm gonna .NET run on this, and I should get a 5 out because the language is nice enough that it converts well-known types like int already, and it should just spit out int 5. But this is 5 as an int. So this is not 5 as a number anymore. It has converted it to a string so that right line can eat it.
Error me? It errored my ass.
Write it gooder.
My approach. Well, that energy is inaccessible due to protection level.
Mm-hmm. Did you remember to do it public?
I can see now. Okay. I'm not in the right thing. Okay, there we go. .NET run. Okay.
So now you've got the start of your program. You have a note with what you need to remember to make so you don't forget it next time you sit down to program. You've made some properties that are well named so that they make sense when you come back in 5 years and look at it. You still know like energy of the food, right? That's how much energy it gives. So I think this is a good place to stop. And then next time we can work on implementing being able to feed the Tamagotchi.
Okay.
What do you think? Does that sound cool beans with you?
Okay. Yeah.
Because then you get to go do your EP times.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope so far everyone is off to a good start with programming. We're taking it very slow at the beginning. Most of it is just getting used to even putting down lines. And like I keep saying, you're not going to understand a lot of what you're seeing here in this at the start, but it will
Yes.
slowly make more sense as you see it pop up again and again. And sometimes you'll be like, "Oh yeah, I've seen that before," right? So it's a slow
Is that
process.
how it
That's why
basically
you
is?
need practice. That's why you can't just do comp sci and then think you're good at programming. You need to also actually program.
Okay.
So I think should we rate out?
Okay.
Let's see. Who can we rate out to?
Armenia streaming. That's our common one.
A common one. Who's common?
Common one.
He's back. Welcome back, Nunes. We're ending stream. Mastery comes with practice. Don't worry, Nunes. I'll hit you up at some point and make sure you get it. I don't want you to suffer from a bad case of FOMO. You know?
I have bad FOMO.
Yeah. I know it's hard for
I'm one
some
of those
people.
people.
Uh
I have bad FOMO.
see who's streaming.
Armia.
Let's do. Ooh, Mech Warrior 5. I actually did want to see that game.
Oh, Neros. Emmy is also streaming. Another Emmy. You
Emmy.
you'll be getting that.
Emmy.
Oh,
Okay, I'm rating out.
it's a threat. Okay.
Bye. That's me saying bye to people.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm reading out too. Wait, guys. Thank you, everybody who came by today.